Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I got a pretty cool little toy drone to take a look at. This is the JJRC Stewind. It's a shuttle drone. As you can see, it has one of their model numbers here. If I can find it's going to be the H something or other. The H118, H118. They use that kind of naming convention on the JJRC drones. But you can see it's just one of these little mini drones. It's kind of had the ducted fan type look. I guess you could say it's kind of like a Whoop. Have your 3-blade props, so to have pretty good lift on this. Has LED lights around the motor pods themselves, as you'll see whenever we do get this fired up to actually go out and fly. Uses a 1S LiPo. It's a 3.7 volt, 500 milliamp. So it's really light, so that'd be a decent flight time. Here's your phone clip holder, so you can use the app. The app for this, when you scan the QR code in here, is the Wi-Fi UAV app, pretty common Android app. And then you get the controller here. I didn't mention is what it does have a camera on the front. It's just fixed. You can't adjust it. It's going to be looking down, so I think you're going to end up getting a lot of the ground because of the angle of the camera. But yeah, it's just, I kind of wish they wouldn't put cameras on these toys because they're trying to include as many things as they can. And what ends up happening is they have to put a super cheap camera. It's going to look terrible. So we already kind of know that on these toys. So unless you're someone who's never had a drone with a camera, you're probably going to be like me, like, hey, just make it cheaper. Don't give me the camera. Anyway, here is the controller. Pretty typical toy grade style controller. As with all these drones now, it's got altitude holds, so it's going to be a little slower to go up and come back down. And the instruction manual here is not too bad. It has all of our different controls there, right there. So you can kind of see that, and then it's kind of hard the way I'm filming today, but actually show you all the different buttons. But all these ones down here, right here, are your trim buttons. And then you got that photo video button here in the middle. And the auto takeoff and landing, your speed rates, all that, just like the manual says. So pretty straightforward. It does have like a circle me. It's actually like a surround flight. It's going to kind of go in these loops like. It's a little bit different, and that's one of those rear bumpers does that. So we're going to try to test that when we get it outside for test flights. So let's actually go do that, and I'll be right back. All right, let's get the little H118 Stewind out here for a little test flight here. Really calm, relatively calm day today. There's a little intermittent wind. I'm not going to put the phone on the controller. These modern phones are so big on a controller like this. It's very heavy. So I'm just got my phone sitting down here, and because I'm not worried about FPV flight, I'm just going to start recording video. And now we're recording, so we can put some video that we're taking with the drone here in a picture-in-picture. So let's go ahead and put it down. You can see those little red and green LED lights here on the motor pods. Hopefully that shows up. And let's just do a gyro calibration. That's going to be both sticks down and out, and it beeps, and we should be calibrated for level. Let's go ahead and see what auto take off here by pressing that button. Yeah. Now that is really going into wind. So what I want to do is I want to go up in my speed rates. There we go. Is there 3? Yeah. So that left bumper, we were in the first rate because it got a little bit of wind. That's actually pretty sporty. I'll go back down to the first rate. See, a lot slower yaw, very little pitch. There's our second rate and our third rate. I'm going to fly in the third rate because we get some wind gusts at times, like I said. But this flies really good, really good. Now it has some 360 flips. And that should be a quick press on the right bumper. And I knew this thing would flip well when I saw how well it flew. There we go. It flies great. Now it has that kind of circle fly, they call it. I believe that was a long press on a left bumper because a short press is your speed rates. So a long press, and there it's just going to do these kind of slow, automated, loopy circles like. Let's see, just giving it some stick input will cancel it, yeah. So you don't have to hit the button again. That's pretty much it. Hopefully we still got video recorded and I can see over there that we do. Oh, I crashed into the, I think it actually got wedged right up here, didn't it? Yeah, that was pretty cool. The drone came in here and wedged in here and it's fine, so. Go ahead and set it back on the ground. Let's see if the lights go back solid. Yeah, press up and down on the left stick and the lights reset. After, even though it wasn't much of a crash, it never hurts to do a gyro calibration just to make sure everything is calibrated correctly. Let's go ahead and see if we can unlock the props. Let's see, pressing up, yeah, and then up again should take off, yeah. So pressing up unlocked them, and then press up again on the left stick, and that actually gave it throttle. We're still in the highest rate because we didn't turn off the power. Like I said, we still got video going. I could see over there that I could still see video in the app and the video feed, and we do. I always like to check if I don't have it on my phone, because these toy grade apps, they can tend to freeze up or crash. They've been a lot better recently, but you know, on a newer phone, if you have the newest Android or something, sometimes they're just not as compatible. So I just want to make sure we still have a video feed going. And then of course when we get done, you got to make sure you stop recording. If you power the drone off before you do, you're probably going to lose the video that you recorded to your phone. Because this is just recording over your Wi-Fi feed, just your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So there's no SD card on the drone. So you're going to be recording basically what you're seeing in your Wi-Fi feed. That's what you're going to be recording. Yeah, nice little drone. Flies very smooth. So Aliexpress was kind enough to let me pick out some items to review. And this is one of the couple of drones that I got. And this one, you know, JJRC is a well-known toy drone manufacturer. And this is a pretty good one. I'm glad I picked this one out. So if you're interested in this drone, there'll be a purchase link to Aliexpress. This has free shipping. It's really inexpensive. Did not take long. If you're in the United States, you probably get it in about 10 days. And that's not bad. And you really save a lot of money. You know, Amazon has really good prices and, you know, fast shipping and all that. But you're often, you know, these same drones are sold on Amazon, and they're just different sellers that are buying them in bulk in China and then putting them in the Amazon warehouse and marking up the price 50%. Still may be a good price, but you buy this direct from China, you're not paying all that extra cost, you know, to put it in Amazon warehouse and the Amazon Prime fees that the sellers have to pay. So you're going to get this a lot cheaper if you're willing to wait, you know, just 10 days to 2 weeks to get it from China. Plus, something else that's really impressed me lately, you shouldn't have to be impressed by it, but Aliexpress has really done well with the return policies. You don't have to ship stuff back to China. You ship it to a local address in the US. And the two things, they've not been drones, but the two things I've returned, I've gotten refunded my money before it even was once they saw it was shipped back, I got refunded. They didn't even wait for it to actually get checked in by a person at their warehouse in the US. So that's really great. Real super easy return process. It's given, you know, they give you a label. This prepaid, so I don't have to pay for it. So I just wanted to alleviate any concerns. A lot of people, a lot of times, they may not want to buy from Aliexpress. You're like, well, I'm going to have customer service problems. If I have to return it, I'm going to have no luck. Well, those things used to be very common with some of the Chinese sellers, Banggood, Gearbest. Some of those were really bad about that. And at least for Aliexpress, which is sort of like an Amazon of China, they've really gotten good and made it seamless. It was just a piece of cake to return the two things that I've had to return, and then I get refunded and just ordered it again. I think we have flashing lights now. Let me see. So probably at low voltage. You know, this isn't a super high capacity battery. It's still flying fine, but I do see flashing lights. So some of these drones would just have a really long low voltage cutoff warning. So I'm sure if we went to do a flip now, it's not going to let us. That's one way you can tell. Yeah, see, you press and it won't do it because they disable the 360 flips when it gets to low voltage, because the battery probably doesn't have the punch to be able to recover from that, and you're more likely to crash the drone. But it's a little light little thing. It's very small, and despite low voltage, I mean, I've still got pretty good. I mean, look, it's still going pretty good. But it's starting to drop down a little bit. So I'm gonna bring it back and just go ahead and try an auto landing now. Maybe we'll see if we can land it on the table here. Oh, almost. So what I'm gonna do now is just make sure that I stop recording the video. And we should have video recorded. Let's make sure our feed is still live, and it is. So we should have recorded video. So you guys would have been seeing that during the review, obviously. So yeah, if you're interested in this little H118 shuttle type drone, yeah, be sure to check the video description. It'll be an affiliate link. It won't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the channel, to Aliexpress, where you can pick this little guy up. He won't be very much. All right, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. While you're at it, click the bell, that way you're notified when I do upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.
The power of the dark side.